What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at again with another video. So I'm going to check out 10 times WWE faked the ending, then shocked the fans. It ain't nothing more exciting and, dope to see where you think the show's over. You think everything's done. They show the little WWE credits at the bottom. You think everything's over, right? And then something happens after the show, something surprising, something shocking that you were not expecting, and it leaves you at the end of the entire segment, and at the ending of the show, it leaves you excited and wanting to see what's going to happen on the next episode of Monday Night Raw, or the next showing, the next show that's going to happen after that. Like, I love when they do that, because it'd be some of the most surprising moments. And we're going to check out some of those supposedly ending of the show moments, but really, we're getting treated to something special afterwards. Appreciate all love, support. Let's get right into this video, man. Is this on?
When watching wrestling shows, you can never truly be sure when
This was cold, bro. I thought the show was over. And then the next thing you know, this motherfucker Seth Rollins gets speared into oblivion. Oh, that was so good, bro. So good.
the show is going to end.
Wait a minute!
Oh my God.
That's because in the past, companies have done plenty of fake out endings where the copyright logo pops up to signal the end, only for something crazy to happen.
Everybody, watch it at home.
That was such a cool moment. Bray coming out there. That was such a cool moment. We miss you, Bray. We miss you, bro. That was such a cool moment, bro. So cool, bro.
I don't think I've ever experienced a sensation quite like that. It was almost like I felt like I was just hovering out there, like I wasn't walking. That energy there, I've never felt anything like it.
Think of it like the post-credit scene at the end of a movie. Examples include epic returns and heartbreaking
And heel
betrayals.
turns.
The new NXT champion.
At this point, it very much seems like the event is over.
Adam Cole.
What the hell?
We'll show you plenty of these and more today as we highlight 10 times wrestling fans mistakenly thought the show was over.
So
Everybody up, they wrangled them up, and
bro, and this is why I say this sometimes is the best moments in professional wrestling, when you think the show is over and then something extra happens. So good. So good, man.
they put them in the press room. Somebody in the back of the room goes, "Dude, CM Punk's here." So I was there. I was in the building. I didn't experience the pop. How crazy is that, right?
One of the earliest examples of the copyright logo fake out occurred on the April 15, 2004 edition of SmackDown. The broadcast seemingly came to a close when Booker T defeated Rob Van Dam.
Booker T has changed.
He sure as hell changed,
And
man.
he's not changed for the good. That's for damn sure.
Things continued, however, with general manager Kurt Angle looking for Big Show, who had been stalking Tori Wilson earlier in the show. The reason being that Show thought Tori was laughing at him after the Giant lost the match to Eddie Guerrero, which meant the world's largest athlete had to quit WWE.
I wasn't.
You were laughing at me. Tell me you weren't laughing at me.
I was not.
Look me straight in the face, you liar.
I was.
The furious Big Show was now threatening to throw Wilson off a high platform to the hard floor below. Kurt stepped in to help, but this only sealed his fate as Show chokeslammed Angle to his apparent demise.
Yep. This nigga killed. He tried to murder Kurt Angle. This will never not be funny. He tried to murder Kurt Angle.
Oh my God! Look what you did, Kurt.
This was an insanely shocking ending since Kurt shouldn't have survived this fall. Nevertheless, it certainly got fans to tune in next week, where Angle was pronounced alive but badly hurt. The spot was a way to keep Kurt out of the ring for a while, since he had a legit neck injury. The Olympic gold medalist spoke about how the balcony chokeslam was done on his Kurt Angle Show podcast.
Eric Angle comes up, steps in for me. If you notice, they cut the camera and cut back, and the head's a little smaller. He took the craziest effing bump ever. The crash pad was only 6 inches high.
Oh.
He went 20 feet down. I wouldn't have taken that bump even if Vince asked me to if I was.
It was on. Whoa. Wait, what? Hold on. Ain't no way. 6 inches high?
Craziest effing bump ever. The crash pad was only 6 inches high. He went 20 feet down.
No.
I wouldn't have taken that bump even if Vince asked me to if I was healthy.
In
No.
modern times, the copyright logo tees first became popular in NXT, specifically at the TakeOver Chicago
Yep.
event in 2017. After losing a hard-fought ladder match, the team of DIY thanked the fans as they
Oh, this was so good when he turned on him. Oh, this was so good. Peak NXT, bro.
stood atop the stage. Some fans may have switched the show off, not realizing what was about to happen next.
Oh,
This is where these guys started,
so good, bro.
where they cut their teeth.
Tommaso Ciampa shockingly turned on Johnny Gargano in one of the greatest
Oh,
NXT
my
moments of all time,
God.
which subsequently set up the brand's most personal and epic feud.
Yes.
What? Oh my God! What the?
Following the turn, Ciampa had to take
good.
time off due to injury. However, he returned in a similar fashion to the original betrayal, following the main event at TakeOver Philadelphia in 2018.
Remains just
Yep.
that for Johnny Gargano.
Tommaso attacked Gargano from behind with a crutch. By this point, fans online knew not to trust the TakeOver end logo in the corner.
Gargano. What the hell?
So
Oh my
good.
God!
The Gargano and Ciampa saga wasn't actually the first time we saw the fake ending done in NXT. That distinction goes to the TakeOver Revolution card in 2014, which featured the debut of Kevin Owens. Later in the night, Owens embraced his best friend,
Yup.
Sami Zayn, who had just retained the NXT belt.
An honor to share this
This
with you
is
guys.
so
What a
good.
night.
Fans
This
may
is
have
so
thought Kevin would
good.
initially be pushed as a babyface, but this wasn't to be since Owens
Nope.
brutally turned on Sami
Yep.
to reignite their
Ah.
history from the independent
Ah.
scene.
Oh my God.
The false endings in NXT soon found their way into other storylines, most notably during the Undisputed Era's debut at TakeOver Brooklyn 3. In the final match, Drew McIntyre had won the NXT Championship, but his celebrations were cut short by Bobby
Yep.
Fish and Kyle O'Reilly.
McIntyre emerges as the new NXT champion.
At this point, it very much seems like the event is over. Drew McIntyre is your new NXT champion, and we're going to call it a night. But a lot of people are sticking around, though. People know that something might be happening.
From there, Adam Cole made his NXT debut as he, Fish, and O'Reilly
Yeah.
laid out McIntyre to form the Undisputed Era.
Oh my God! It's Adam Cole! It's Adam Cole!
So
What the
tough.
hell?
I remember coming down in jeans and dress shoes. When I go to get into the ring, I do almost fall. And the camera didn't catch it, and I'm so glad I didn't fall. Can you imagine? They just fall on my face, how wild that would have been.
Over the next 4 years, the Undisputed Era found plenty of success until they finally broke up on TakeOver Vengeance Day in 2021. First, the group came out and posed with Finn Balor following his victory. Adam Cole then hit Balor with a super kick, much to the shock of Kyle O'Reilly,
Yeah.
who then received a super kick of his own, as
Yeah.
Cole took out Kyle to signal the end of the Undisputed Era.
Standing.
Triple H was the creative mind behind a lot of what we saw in NXT, so it made sense to carry over some of his ideas to the main roster after he took over as head of creative in 2022. At that year's Extreme Rules event, WWE built
yeah.
masterfully to the return of Bray Wyatt.
Yep.
The teasers and clues shown on television in the weeks prior were unprecedented in terms of how WWE usually told its stories. This created a huge level of intrigue for the pay-per-view, where all the signs and hints pointed to Wyatt's
Yep.
return. In the night's main event, Matt Riddle won his match against Seth Rollins. Then when it appeared as though it was all over, the lights went black as the crowd erupted in anticipation of seeing Bray.
Everybody watching at home. Warrior. Are we still on the air?
It was one of the great wrestling returns and comeback
So
stories. Wyatt had
good,
been
bro.
abruptly and unceremoniously fired the year before, but now he was back to where he belonged,
We
much
miss
to
you,
the
Bray.
audience's delight.
Shit, holy shit. I'm getting goosebumps. We miss you, Bray.
Just when you came back at Extreme Rules, like it was, I saw people crying. Like I saw
Yeah.
people genuinely just moved at the fact that you were back.
Bray's previous work as The Fiend had seen the copyright logo trick used a few times. At Clash of Champions 2019, Universal Champion Seth Rollins was celebrating his title defense on the ramp, with the show about to go off the air.
He can now
Yep.
be called the Beast Slayer and the Monster Slayer.
Just before the announcers could sign off, the lights turned off, and The Fiend appeared to set up his match with Seth at the next month's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
At Clash.
Oh, brother. We didn't realize how horrible that was going to be.
Less than a year later, The Fiend was at it again, this time during the conclusion to Extreme Rules 2020. First, the cinematic swamp fight came to a close when Braun Strowman threw Wyatt into the water. While submerged, Bray transformed into the Fiend and rose up from the water. 2 weeks later, the Fiend returned to identify his new accomplice.
Yep.
Triple H would use the fake-out ending sparingly in WWE, but one of the best was on the Raw after WrestleMania 41. Upon turning on CM Punk and Roman Reigns 2 days prior, on Raw, Paul Heyman stood next to his new client Seth Rollins, who had laid out Punk.
Oh, this was a good one. Yep.
Despite the credits rolling, the show continued for a further 5 minutes. Roman came out to get revenge on Seth and Heyman, but was stopped by the duo's new associate, Braun Breaker.
This was so good. This was so
Breaker
good.
steamrolled Punk and Reigns to top off an incredible end to WrestleMania week.
So good, bro. Oh my God, this was so entertaining,
Now the
bro.
Vision stable debuted, it was only fitting that when they split up on the October 13th, 2025 Raw, it was preceded by another
this industry. Wait a minute! Oh my God! Breaker just speared Rollins!
The copyright logo trick also found its way into the UK
Love
version
it.
of NXT. The
Love
main
it.
event to the TakeOver Blackpool show in 2019 finished with UK champion Pete Dunne standing tall after retaining his title. Before the show could fade to black though, Walter made his debut.
It's him! He's here!
The ring general had previously said he wouldn't work for WWE because he didn't want to relocate to the United States. But as it would turn out, NXT UK proved to be the Austrians' direct pathway to the US NXT and then the main roster. By November 1st, 2024, Walter, now known as Gunther, was in the midst of a lengthy World Heavyweight title reign. On the day in question, he teamed with partner Ludwig Kaiser to wrestle rivals Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. After winning the match, Rhodes and Orton celebrated. Then right before fans could tune out, Randy's nemesis Kevin Owens attacked him with a chair.
Much different scenario. Wait a minute! Oh my God! Turn around, Randy! Kevin Owens!
Meanwhile, Cody's upcoming opponent at Crown Jewel, Gunther, choked out the American Nightmare to bring the show to its actual end.
And now Gunther from behind! Gunther with a sleeper!
We've spoken a lot about the glory days of NXT so far, an era which eventually came to an end in 2021. This was the year where the brand significantly dropped in
NXT
quality,
2.0.
though there were still some bright spots from time to time, such as when Carmelo Hayes turned on Trick Williams at Vengeance Day 2024. Here we saw head booker Shawn Michaels borrow a trope from his BFF Triple H, as the Heartbreak Kid utilized Hunter's go-to fake-out ending. After the main event, Carmelo was there for his friend Trick, following his failure to capture the NXT Championship.
It's you and me, though. It's the Grillo gang, okay? We always gonna be here, okay?
Then, with Williams barely able to stand,
was
Hayes
so
took his
good,
leg out
bro.
completely to cement the heel turn.
This is so good.
Our penultimate example is a bonus entry which saw AEW do their own false ending at Forbidden Door 2025. On the night, a mad main event was followed up by a heartbreaking post-match. It looked as though the UK fans were going to get their happy ending. Hometown hero Will Ospreay basked in the adulation of his people after defeating the Death Riders in a 5-on-5 lights-out steel cage match.
Well, fans, we thank you for joining us tonight for Forbidden Door.
Sadly, Ospreay wasn't able to leave unscathed since he was destroyed by Claudio.
They killed him even more. They did an injury. They did a write-off injury angle, even though we knew he was going to leave because he said he was going to leave to get surgery, to get worked on, only to proceed to try to kill him more. Even though we know he's leaving. They destroyed him just to say, hey, bro, we're going to give you an extra reason why you need to get surgery. What?
Castagnoli and John Moxley. This was done as a way to write Will off TV because he legitimately required neck surgery.
But we
Fans
knew
stuck
that.
around once the show ended to see Ospreay wheeled out on a stretcher. WWE's most famous copyright logo fake-out went down at the 2023 Survivor Series. During the build-up on television, there were numerous signs pointing to the return of CM Punk. These range from subtle to obvious. Either way, the buzz and hype was palpable.
The greatest thing the devil ever did was make you people believe he didn't exist. exist. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was making the world forget that he existed.
Then my 100% makes me the best in the world.
The fact Randy Orton came back during the Survivor Series main event had some fans thinking Punk's return would be held off till the Royal Rumble 2 months later. In reality, WWE were putting the finishing touches on Punk's contract while Survivor Series was still in progress.
Thanksgiving, I'm on a Zoom with your husband, and I'm telling him, like, hey, Dad, don't worry about it. Like, go cut the turkey, go spend time with your family. And he's like, no, we got to do this.
They had rushed to get the deal done throughout the Thanksgiving weekend, and given they were in Punk's hometown of Chicago for the show, this was the perfect time for Punk to re-emerge after nearly 10 years away from WWE. With the War Games main event over, the copyright logo flashed up, while the commentators promoted the upcoming press conference.
It has been quite a moment, bro.
Viewers may have thought that was that, but deep down, some fans knew it wasn't over, and that there was still more to come.
Oh my God,
Spare a
bro.
thought for the poor fans who turned off the pay-per-view thinking it was over, only to hear about Punk's grand return after the fact.
Such a great moment, bro.
I can't hear the song because people were so loud. It was pure magic.
Podcaster Chris Van Vliet was in attendance, but missed Punk's comeback because Chris had already left his seat to get a spot at the post-show press conference. Van Vliet told the story in an interview with Rewind, Recap, Relive.
And the way that the WWE press conferences work is as soon as the final match ends, they take everybody up, they wrangle them up, and they put them in the press room. Somebody in the back of the room goes, I can't believe he's here. I can't believe he's here. Dude, CM Punk's here. And I'm like, what? So we all crowd around this tiny little monitor that's on the floor of the press room. So I was there. I was in the building. I didn't experience the pop. How crazy is that?
That's
If you
crazy,
enjoyed this video,
bro.
be sure to check out our similar video.
Wow, man. And that was just that will be one of the greatest return moments in WWE in wrestling history, bro. That pop was insanity. Insanity, man. This was a dope video. This is definitely a dope video. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Wrestling Flashback to have some dope wrestling content that I think a lot of you guys will definitely enjoy. Plenty of videos to go sift through and binge watch I have done in the past. So make sure you guys go show Wrestling Flashback some love here. Comment down below. Let me know some other wrestling related videos y'all want me to check out. I definitely will. Appreciate all love support. Road to 200K. Appreciate y'all kicking with me. See y'all next one. Peace.